Сега нашата дискусия започва, като всички останали участници ще се включат първо с едно много кратко встъпление в отговор на големите въпроси, които премиерът Желязков и вице-президентът Рибера поставих. Ведрана Лемор from Aurubis, please.
Thank you very much. Thanks first for inviting me here and for to be able to speak. Before I have some very concrete asks I have for the Prime Minister and for the Commissioner, but before I formulate these, just maybe a few sentences about our industry, because before I ask for something, I first want to offer something. And the copper industry in itself and the metals industry, I mean, we are a crucial partner for the green transition. No wind turbines, no batteries, no nothing without copper, without non-ferrous metals. One thing. The second thing is Aurubis is a strategic partner, a strategic player in Bulgaria, with accounting for, I think, over 7% of the exports in this country. We've been investing in the country for over 2 decades, or almost 2 decades now. Only last year, we have announced a 400 million investment program, investing in first a production extension and secondly in a PV plant on our grounds, which will in the end account for 16% of our electricity supply. And here I'm actually coming to the gist of everything, the electricity supply, because we are very electricity intensive as an industry, and we're going to stay like that. So our aim is basically to have this electricity in green, to have it available at every time, and to have it at a competitive price. And this is basically our 3 asks we desperately need in order to be able to further invest, to further do our part. On the European level, this means that we need a strong protection against carbon leakage, because with the ETS costs, both direct and indirect, we have a unique situation in the world with additional costs. So we really very much ask for the possibility to have an indirect cost compensation also after 2030 for the ETS. The second thing is the new state aid framework for the Clean Industrial Deal, where the role of the stable baseload consumer should be recognized. We need to have electricity always. We are not flexible in how we use this electricity. Therefore, with the more flexible approach of the renewable energies, we need to have a baseload, and it would not be advisable to penalize companies who actually use up this base load and actually give a stability to the whole grid. The second thing is, in order to decarbonize the electricity supply, we really need aid for this Scope 2 emissions to decarbonize them, and so we need the possibility, the eligibility within the aid for them to become eligible for decarbonization. For example, this means for PPAs, public purchase agreements with, for example, wind companies, we need a reasonable price for that. One idea, for example, to reduce the pricing would be an aid for example, to allocate CBAM and ETS revenues, partially at least, for industry and electricity-intensive industries to be able to reduce the costs of PPAs. In Bulgaria, we don't even have the possibility actually to buy PPAs or guarantees of origin. Here it would be great, and we had this already, a union of states like Romania, Greece, Bulgaria, to have a combined market in order to make the market bigger and to make it better possible to actually buy, for example, guarantees of origin, which at the moment is not possible that well. That's from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Много се радвам, че от индустрията чухме както въпроси, така и реални постижения. Сега ще се опитам да направя невъзможното за 15-20 минути, да опитам да предизвикам една дискусия. Тя не е възможна без съвсем кратки отговори и за това ще поставя най-важния въпрос. Няма да кажа за 1 милион долара, ще кажа за 1 милион евро. Първо, защото е повече, второ, защото е политически коректно. Но въпросът е, можем ли да бъдем едновременно чисти и успешни, едновременно зелени от към климат, конкурентно способни като икономика, или това е нашата си европейска утопия, в която се самозалъгваме упорито. Моля ви за едно изречение, буквално една дума отговор. Първо от бизнеса, този път ще почна. Ведрана, please. Can we? Yes?
Yes or no? To a certain extent, yes. To really reach full decarbonization, we will, as I said, need massive investment, and this means massive help also from the state.
Остава ми време за един последен въпрос към всички. И ще го задам по двоен начин. Ще започна първо от бизнеса, за да ги попитам, наистина ли е възможен компромис между изискванията на политиката в държавите, изискванията на Брюксел и логичното желание на индустрията да се развива и да печели. Възможен ли е този компромис, това толкова наше европейско нещо, което е направило Европа цар на сложните и деликатни решения? Към политиците обаче, нека да си помислят как всичко това може да бъде представено пред публиката, така че публиката да го хареса и одобри.
Well, I think it's the most noble task of politics is to balance out different interests.
Yeah.
So I am very sure that it's going to be a compromise. The most important task of the industry is to make long-term profits with a focus on long-term. Long-term meaning and incorporating, obviously, decarbonization, treating your people well, environment, etc. So these points incorporate the profit, the long-term profit bit. So this is also a weighing out of different interests. So yes, compromise is the only possible way.